never see a girl just. Me never see a girl just fine so.
No make nobody tell you you're not cute. No make nobody tell you you're not nice. For you the star girl in my world. You the star girl in my life. No. No make nobody tell you you're not cute. No make nobody tell you you're not nice. For you the star girl in my world. You the star girl in my life.
Hey guys, you better believe it. They call me Faith. It's your girl Faith, and I'm back again with today's YouTube video. I'm gonna be doing because obviously I'm 18 and I feel like I've been wanting to do this video for a very long time, but I never got to do it. But I've had to do it right now. I thought I'd give it to you guys because I'm still gonna turn 19 in September, so I don't want to wait too long, you get me? Yeah, don't forget to subscribe and to like this video. It means so much to me, guys. And let's get right into the video. You are your own happiness. Other people can't make you happy. Okay, so you are your own happiness. People can only add to your happiness but are not your happiness. You don't need to be in a relationship to be happy. You don't need a lot of friends to be happy. You don't need to be popular to be happy. You don't need the money to be happy. You don't need materialistic things to be happy. You are your own happiness. You only make yourself happy. People can add to your happiness but they are not your happiness. Okay? Honestly, you don't need certain things to make you happy. You don't need money to make you happy and all of that, you get me? Because as a result of that, you attract the wrong people. At the end of that, you end up realizing that those people around you only because of those things that you have. And so realize that you as a person, you make yourself happy. You hear me? You make yourself happy. People add to your happiness, but they are not your happiness. Don't be here like, oh my god, I need to be in a relationship to be happy. I need to be popular to be happy. Because no, okay? So you are your own happiness. People move on. Now, when you're kids, I never realized how much people actually move out of your life and how much people separate, how much people go. So something that I learned in one of my 18 years is that people are not always going to be around. Like when you're young, like when you're like 7, 8 and you're just so young, you just make so many friends and you're like, oh my goodness, this is gonna be my best friends forever and all of that. But then you end up actually realizing that people actually move, like people move on. I've had people move on to different countries, like different areas, and you know, even my best friends, like all my best friends that I made in primary school, I had like 3 best friends. Only one of them I see them, and it's more of a like high and bye kind of thing, like because she lives not so far from me, but so like people actually move on, and that's something that I learned. You know, there's this boy as well that I used to be so like close with him, and we were so like, when I was in year 5, there was this boy that we were so close and we were like good friends, and then he moved, like he just moved and he didn't tell anyone. And actually another boy told me his social media, so I added him, and this guy just started getting all like, he just started acting so different, and he moved, and I just when I realized that like people actually move on and people change and all of that. But so don't think that every single person that you encounter, every person that you meet, you're going to be friends forever, because that's not the case. People actually do move on. So that's something that I've learned, that not everyone that you meet and all the friends that you make are going to be there for the rest of your life. People actually do move on, and I've actually had friends and I've known people who've moved to other countries and different areas and whatnot, different schools, anything. Like, bro, the people you meet in primary, they move on. The people that you meet in secondary school, they move on. The people that you meet in college, sixth form, university, people move on, people move. And you know, So I don't even know where I may be in the one. You never know. So people do actually move. Not everything you learn in school you're gonna need in the future. Please tell me, when you're young, they just force you so much onto you. They just be teaching you so many things that you probably may not even need in the future. I'm gonna be honest, like, and everyone can relate on this. A lot of people can relate on this, like, unless you go on later on to study these things. But am I using algebra? No, I'm not using algebra in my day-to-day life. Am I using simultaneous equations? Am I using Pythagoras theorem? Am I using trigonometry? No, I'm not. I'm not. A lot of things they teach you in school, you don't use them in your day-to-day living. And I feel like they just force all these things into you, like you have to learn this, you have to do that. But I'm not gonna lie, like, I'm not even using these things. I'm not using them. It's good to learn these things, but I'm just letting you know, guys, don't stress your head. Like, don't stress yourself, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. If you don't know it, you don't know it, you know? But it's not like it's not like it's the end of the world if you don't know these things, you know what I'm saying? It's good if you pass them, and you do well in that particular subject, and then obviously you get your qualifications, you get a good grade, and then that will help you in the future. These things are just to enable you to go higher, but honestly, guys, you don't use these things at all. I don't use them. I did higher maths, and there's so many things that they forced onto us that we had to learn. There's just so many things, so many numbers, and I did so many equations, and I'm telling you, I don't even use them. And now don't even get me started with science. Science pissed me off so much because I know I'm not gonna need this. Science, they force so many equations, physics. Like, I don't care what's the force between another force. Am I using the periodic table in my day-to-day living? The periodic table, that thing pissed me off. I hated the periodic table. Like, I don't care, like, the element, which one is, like, I just don't care. I don't care. Simple, I don't care. And so, yeah, like, literally, that's what I gotta say. These things, you don't need them. You get me? You don't need them. Period. Simple. Not everyone is your friend. Unfortunately, this is the harsh truth, but not everyone is your friend. When you're young, you literally, everyone that you talk to, you literally call friend. You'd be like, Mommy, Daddy, that's my friend. As I grew older, I actually started to begin to know the definition of that word friend. Like, literally, everyone you talk to, you just call them friend when you're young. Now, as you grow older, you actually learn the difference between friend and acquaintances and associates and all of that, you know what I'm saying? And so, you know, the definition of a friend, I'm gonna put it right there. But yeah, a friend is someone that helps you out, that's there for you, encourages you, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's the unconditional kind of love kind of thing, you know what I'm saying? They support you, they guide you, they advise you, they correct you. Yeah, that's what a friend is. And I can really say, when I was younger, I feel like everyone I spoke to was my friend. So I was out here as a little kid thinking I had over 100 friends. When really, as I grew older, I kind of learned, okay, I don't even have 100 friends. I have maybe 5-6 good friends. And that's not a lot, you know what I'm saying? That's when you actually learn that not everyone is your friend. You know what I'm saying? I don't talk to a lot of people. I don't consider myself talking to a lot of people, but I don't consider a lot of people my friend, you know what I'm saying? They're just associates. Not everyone is going to like you. Not everyone is going to like you. Now this one, okay. Now, it took me so long to get this into my head because I see myself as one of the nicest people you ever come across, and I'm just so considerate. I'm that kind of person, which I should stop doing because it always gets me into trouble and all of that. But yeah, so yeah, like, just remember, you're not liked by everyone. Yeah, so not everyone's going to like you, not everyone's going to support you, not everyone's going to see you as a good person. Like, a good example of this is God, Jesus. These people are amazing people to me, and yeah, like, I see these people like amazing. God is amazing, Jesus is amazing, but they're not liked. Jesus had haters, God has haters, and these people are amazing. God is so loving, Jesus is so caring. They're just amazing people, and even they're not liked. Why do you think that you are liked? You're not liked by everyone. Why do you think that you're liked by everyone? You're not. Everyone has people that are hating on them or looking down upon them. So not everyone's gonna like you, regardless of, no matter what you do. You can give someone £1 billion, but behind your back they have bad plans for you. Behind your back they're talking rubbish about you. You know what I'm saying? So not everyone's gonna like you. You didn't come to this earth to be a people pleaser. You didn't come on this earth for the acceptance of others. You didn't come on earth for the validation of others. Like, every time I go to church, my mom, sometimes when I speak to my mom's like, oh my goodness, Faith, people are saying this about you, people are saying that about you. But I just tell my mom, oh my goodness, like, I don't care. I just don't care. Like, honestly, I don't care. So I keep telling her, like, I actually don't care, because I realize regardless of whether you're the perfect child or the perfect individual, there's gonna be people that are gonna hate on you. You know what I'm saying? And I've just learned that, I've put that into my head. So anytime when someone says, oh, Faith, someone said this about you, or someone thinks this of you, I just say, I don't care. I don't care. Like, me say that, because I don't care. Just live your life, to be honest. At this point, you just gotta live your life and be yourself. You know, the right people will accept you. Like, always be yourself and don't change. Don't change because you want someone else to like you. Because if you actually think about it, not everyone's gonna be liked, and that's the truth. Not every celebrity is liked. Not every individual is liked. Another thing that I want you guys to remember is, a true friend will defend you in your absence. So if your friend isn't defending in your absence, is that really a true friend as well? Because I want you to know that. I want you to remember that. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be people that are like that, unfortunately, and just know that's not your friend. If a friend doesn't defend you in your absence, when other people don't like you and your friend doesn't defend you in your absence, rethink whether that's your friend. Rethink that, because I personally think that's not a friend. And others can agree with me on that, but I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Because I was that person that used to make excuses and all of that, but yeah. The worst thing is a fake friend, because those ones are disguised as a friend, but you wouldn't know that's not my friend. Always be yourself and don't change for the approval of others. Guys, fake friendship is a thing. And I think it's one of the worst things ever. You don't know, because they're literally disguised as a friend, but you don't know they're not your friend. They're literally talking bad things, they're wishing bad things upon you. And I think it's one of the worst things, because you can literally open up to someone and tell someone all your secrets for them to end up stabbing you in the back. So I'm just letting you know, those are bad people. What makes it so much harder is that they walk amongst us. And Jesus was rejected by, if you know the Bible, Jesus as well was rejected, and that's just what led to his death as well. By people not believing in him, by people not believing that he was the Messiah and all of that, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, like, not everyone's gonna like, unfortunately, even if you're the most amazing person in the world. Saddest thing, I read a quote, wait, hold on, let me read it. The saddest thing about betrayal is that it never comes from your enemies, but comes from those you least expect it from. And I felt that one. I felt it. Literally, I can relate. I think everyone can relate on this one. The saddest thing about betrayal is that it never comes from those you expect it from. You get what you put in. So that's another thing that I've learned, is that if you put in the effort, you will actually do so well, you'll be so successful if you put in the work, you know what I'm saying? If you're lazy and unproductive, do you really think you're gonna like go anywhere? You're not gonna go anywhere. So you know, you get what you put in. If you put the work in, you go far. If you don't put the work in, you won't really go anywhere. If you put in the effort, you shall succeed and you shall prosper. And if you're lazy and unproductive, you won't really see yourself going anywhere. Just saying. Don't compare yourself to others. Don't compare yourself to others. Remember that. Don't compare yourself to others. This is something that I'm struggling with. Unfortunately, I still do this. It's not a good thing to do, but comparison is a very toxic thing, not gonna lie. It's actually so toxic. It can actually lead you to being so insecure about yourself, and then that can lead to so many other things, and it's just not good, you know what I'm saying? Everyone has a different journey. Some are blessed and some are more blessed than others. Some are more privileged than others, and that's just the way life is, unfortunately. But you shouldn't like compare. Don't idolize other people. Don't wish you were other people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because most of the time, yeah, these people have it hard. You know what I'm saying? They have it hard. Like, they actually have it very hard. Like, yeah, like, you shouldn't admire other people because you don't know like what the hardship they had to go through to get to where they are now. You can admire people, but don't wish you were them, or like just compare yourself. Like, oh my goodness, why am I not like this person? Why do I not look like this person? Why am I not living a lifestyle like this person? Because more of the time, you don't know the hardship they had to go through to get to where they are, and as well, you don't know what they're going through. For example, with celebrities, their lifestyle is just crazy most of the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, they have it hard, they have it difficult, because like they're constantly going through a tough schedule, a very busy schedule. They have to meet the needs of their supporters and their fans as well. So it's a bit, you know, celebrities got people using them for clout, for the money, for the fame. You know, it's not easy. It's not easy for them. It's hard. It's hard out here. Do you really think Beyonce can go out without getting recognized, without getting cameras all up in her face, bro? Do you think it's easy? These people be out here like, among us, I want the fame. I want to be famous. But it comes with its pros and its cons. And a lot of the people that we admire, like the celebrities and the artists, they have it difficult. They have it hard. And yeah, you know what I'm saying? These celebrities can't go out without getting recognized and without getting flashes everywhere, you know what I'm saying? For example, I can name a celebrity and who I love so much, Michael Jackson. He had this so hard, guys, and you don't even know his story. Some of you don't even know his story, but he had it so hard. Yeah, he's one of the most like top musicians out there. For example as well, oh my goodness, the tragic death of Princess Diana. She was avoiding paparazzi, and as a result of that, it led to her death. I don't know if you guys don't know this story, you can do your research. But yeah, so she was avoiding paparazzi. Princess Diana was avoiding paparazzi, which led her to be in a car crash, and that unfortunately led to a tragic death. Which is so sad because a lot of people admired her, a lot of people looked up to her, you know what I'm saying? You know, like, who wouldn't? You know, if you see a beautiful girl, she's a princess, she has this big amazing place, you look up to them. But then she had it so difficult. She couldn't go out, bro, without anyone having cameras around her. So this is what I'm telling you guys. It's not good to compare yourself, because other people that we admire, we look up to, they have it hard, they have it difficult as well, because they have to live in this expectation. It led to a premature death. It's crazy. So don't compare yourself to someone questioning why you don't look like that person and all of that, why you don't live a life that individual lives, because everyone is different. Everyone does have a different journey. You know what I'm saying? So don't compare yourself, question why you don't look like someone who is probably insecure as well, and that's actually such like, but why? You know what I'm saying? But these are the people we admire and compare ourselves to, thinking, why can't we be like them? And then the people that we're admiring, they're as well wishing, why can't I be like this person? You know what I'm saying? And it's just a cycle after a cycle, and it gets messy and just long and all of that. A lot of people that say, oh, I wish I was rich, like, most of the time, those rich people are having friends that are using them or having people around them only because of the money. Don't be naive. Don't be taken for no idiot. Like with me, for example, I used to not like saying the word no. Bro. This is still something I'm still kind of struggling with until now, but I used to not like saying the word no. You know, I was always like, yes, yeah, I'll help you, yeah, I'll do this, yeah, I'll do that. You know what I'm saying? But it's actually okay to say no sometimes. You need to learn that. So one of the things I'm gonna say is, don't be naive and don't be taken for a man. Don't let anyone use you. Don't let anyone take advantage of you. You know what I'm saying? By me constantly saying yes, that has put me in trouble, guys. I don't even think you understand. By me just saying yes, it's put me into a lot of trouble, because I've trusted people, I've helped people. You know what I'm saying? I've always wanted to please people, which I shouldn't do. So that's something you need to kind of put in your head, that don't always, it's okay to say no. Because usually when people see that you're constantly saying yes, they'll realize that, oh, raw, she said yes, like, raw, I can do this again. And that's when this is where taking advantage of you comes in place. So this is something that you should actually, like, you know. Number 9 really, the world is full of a lot of sin, and that's something that I've learned. It's actually so shocking, something that I've grown up realizing, and I feel like it's just getting worse. Not everyone is a good person. Not everyone comes with good intentions. We'll come across people with bad intentions, and you know, all of that stuff. And I'm starting to feel so disgusted with what's going on in the world. I'm not gonna lie to you, like, it's actually crazy. It's really crazy. For example, police brutality, murder, theft, fornication in young age, and fraud. And I feel like these things are now beginning in younger ages too. I understand that this world it's always gonna have these things, these like sins and these bad things that are in the world today. But I think what makes it so sickening and so sad is that it's now beginning in younger ages. For example, fraud is beginning in younger ages. Theft, some kids can steal, you know what I'm saying? And it's just sad. Like, this is actually the world. It's just growing. Live your life to the fullest. Don't be them people that went to their old and they just start regretting it and thinking, bro, I wish I could go back to the days when I was young and live my life and just, you know, have fun and all of that. But now live your life to the fullest. Life is too short. Enjoy yourself, socialize and engage more. Don't beg friendship, just talk more with people around you. Use the time to explore new things and live your life. You know what I'm saying? Live your life, have fun, enjoy yourself, try new things, go out with your friends, enjoy yourself. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time you're gonna get this time only once, you know. You become young for only a certain period of time. Once that time is gone, you can't go back. Through bad circumstances, you learn and you grow. Now, this one is very big for me. I am thankful for every bad thing that's happened in my life. Some of it, a lot of it, not all of it, some of it. But I think through those experiences, it's taught me a lot of things. Through all the bad experiences, through all the bad things that's happened in my life, I've learned a lot of things. For example, when I went abroad, my house in another country got robbed. Like every time when I pray and I give thanks to God for the good things and for the bad things that he does into my life. The good, the bad, the good, the bad circumstances that I go through in my life. And through the bad experiences, you learn from them, and you're able to educate people with those experiences. So that's why I'm grateful for all the bad experiences, because I can see maybe someone that maybe I've gone in a situation like that, and I'm there. I can go out of my way to go and help that person that's going through a particular situation that maybe I've experienced myself. So this is why it's good to go through certain circumstances, because it teaches you things and you learn from them, and you're able to help those around you. This is my favorite quote. Look, God blesses not only by what he gives, but what he takes away. Remember that. That's my favorite quote. We may see as a lot. God is blessing us in that sense. For example, you may have a good friend. God may take that friend away from you. You may get into an argument. You're no longer friends, but God is doing you a favor, because you never know, that friend may have had bad intentions, and God took that person away. And you may be here like crying, oh my goodness, I lost this person. This person meant a lot to me. But God is helping you. And as well, through bad circumstances, you become wiser. Don't always see it as a punishment, but look at the good behind it, because you learn, okay, I'm not gonna do that again. Yeah, everyone goes through hardship and bad experiences, whether that be not being accepted into a desired school. Yeah, like it may be that God has a better plan for you. So don't see every bad thing as because as well, like through bad circumstances, there could be even better circumstances, guys. Like when I was entered into doing early entry English language, and I did my early entry English and language exam, and I was doing well in my mock exams. Like, God was pouring blessings into my life, blessings upon my life, and I was doing well in my mocks. And when it came to the raw exam, obviously I got my results. Didn't do well. I flopped my exams, my early entry English exam. But I thank God, because he gave me the opportunity to do the early entry English exam. And then obviously I was given a second chance again for year 11, because I was able to do them again for year 11. And guys, when I tell you, I did so well, bro. I did so well. So when I flopped my early entry, I was so annoyed, because I felt like, I wanted to do this so that when I pass, I can get it out of the way and I can focus on my other exams for other subjects. But I ended up flopping them for whatever reason, I don't know. And then I ended up doing so completely, by far, so much better. And I don't know how. And I thank God for that experience, because I'm not going to lie, because I even liked my class, my retake class. I actually liked it, because I got my favorite teacher and everything, and had my best friend, because me and my best friend got the same grade for when we failed, and we got the same grade for when we passed, which was actually crazy. And we did so well, guys. Like, so that's just an example. Like, through bad circumstances, it's not always a bad thing, you know what I'm saying? Because that just motivated me and just pushed me more into maybe just doing better. God blessed me either way, you know what I'm saying? Not to give up and to tell them that it's not the end of the world. And I give my testimony as an example. You heard? Never give up. Never give up, because you never know what you may accomplish in life if you just keep pushing. Just give that little more push, you know what I'm saying? You never know. In your head, like, look, just think. In your head, think of a successful person. Just think of a successful person, yeah? And think to yourself and ask yourself, would this person be where they were today if they had given up? If they had given up, do you think they would be where they are today? Think about it. think about it. Nope, they wouldn't. Because you gotta put in that effort. It's your life. It's your work that you gotta put in to get to that place, to get to that successful place. So you shouldn't give up at all. There's times when I feel like I want to give up. Even right now with YouTube, I'm not gonna lie, there's times when I feel like I want to give up, but you never know. I never know where I may go in the next 5 to 8 years, you know what I'm saying? So just never give up, But yeah, hardships are it's like a taste of faith. I try my best to keep believing, and I've accepted the harsh reality that things aren't easy. There are always obstacles and competition, having to prove you're the best. It's not gonna be easy, baby. It's not gonna be easy. Keep pushing. You know what I'm saying? My favorite quote, I'm gonna read this out, is your path is more difficult because your calling is higher. I repeat again, your path is more difficult because your calling is more higher. Your path is more difficult because your calling is more higher. Bruh. I love that quote so much. I actually absolutely love it. Your path is more difficult because your calling is more higher. So, because your success is more higher, because your success is huge, the path is gonna be very difficult. The obstacles you're gonna face to get to that place is gonna be more harder. To be these big things, it's gonna be hard to be. For example, a lot of people do music, and a lot of people in this world have beautiful voices, but not everyone is gonna be this celebrity. Same with footballers. A lot of boys, and this is the thing that needs me, right? But a lot of boys want to do football, they want to take it seriously, but not everyone can be a footballer, you get me? Out of 1,000, only 2 will make it. And it's not about, you're not good enough, but it's about the numbers. Because not everyone can be a celebrity, not everyone can be a footballer. It's the harsh truth. And for celebrity, I think, especially being a musician, for example, being an actress as well too, but I think being a musician is hard because you're going into so much competition with other people, trying to get noticed by other people. You're meant to stand out. What makes you different compared to other people? You gotta prove yourself that you're worthy. And yeah, it's like, you have to compete with other people to get to that place, to be this celebrity. You know what I'm saying? The end result will be amazing if you make it, but it's just how life is, unfortunately. So, but my advice is just never give up, because you never know where you make it to. This is the only thing that's pushing me to continue to do YouTube, because even though YouTube is more like a side thing for me, you know what I'm saying? But I think of a successful YouTuber and I think to myself, if they gave up, would they be where they are today though? And so that's what keeps pushing me and motivates me to continue doing this and to continue doing other things as well that I want to do, and I feel like giving up. I think I'm a successful person that's doing this, and I think if they gave up, would they have been where they are? No. And so I think that's the same thing I want to say to you guys. Just don't give up. Don't be insecure, but love yourself. Love your body, love your skin, love your everything. I feel like, I want to say all people, I don't want to talk for everyone, but I know a lot of people have their insecurities. And I know sometimes you often look in the mirror and we're like, oh my goodness, I want to change this, I want to change that about myself. But what I've learned growing up is kind of like a waste of time. This is who you are, this is what makes you you. So love yourself and Like, work your body, like, work it, girl. Work it, boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, work it. Give it to them. Give it to them. Give it to them. I think the best way to work on insecurities is to accept that this is you, and now to work on how I could be the best version of myself. And this is what helps me as well, because I'm not gonna lie, I have some small insecurities myself, you know what I'm saying, but I don't think too much on it. Growing to continue to love myself and even more. I'm always thinking about, okay, if this is a problem, if I see this as a problem, now how can I continue to the best version of myself? I always tell that, and I always tell my best friends, because my best friend is always insecure, and I'm always having to encourage her. I'm like, girl, there's no time to be insecure or beautiful, like, girl. But she may not see, but I'm like, okay, now work on how you can be the best version of yourself. And I always say this, so that way it's not an insult, you know what I'm saying? Instead of, because when someone's like, oh my goodness, I'm ugly, I'm here like, okay, I'm here to tell you you're not ugly, but how can you work on, okay, that's clearly an insecurity of yours, but how can you work on this insecurity, or how can you work on being the best version of yourself? I don't directly say, okay, if you think ugly, wear makeup. If you think a bum isn't big enough, go get surgery. I don't say that. It's like I say, I'm positive. Okay, you see this as a problem, now it's time to work on how you can be the best version of yourself. For example, if you think your stomach's too big, for example, you can now say, okay, how can I make this better? Let me exercise. Instead of feeling insecure about it, let me exercise. If I think, oh, okay, maybe I'm not so pretty like I want to be, then let me see if I can maybe experiment with makeup a little bit, just to uplift myself. Not because, oh, makeup is what makes me beautiful, but it's just to give myself that little boost so I can get that confidence, you know what I'm saying? And trust me, this helps me so much as well with insecurities. People don't seem to understand is, to see results, it takes time. A lot of people say I have a nice figure or a nice shape. People come to me and people are like, oh my goodness, Faith, I want my body to look like this, I want my body to look like that. And I'm here like, okay, YouTube is an amazing platform. It's an amazing platform for educating, for finding things out. And you can look at workout videos on improving yourself and improving your body. People like, Faith, it's not working. Baby, it takes time, and you gotta be consistent to see results, and things have gotta change. You gotta be consistent with that change that you're taking. Like, guys, like, when I told you as well, there's no point to be insecure as well sometimes, because I'm not gonna lie, there's something called a glow up. You heard of it before? You heard of it? It starts from somewhere, you know? It starts from somewhere. I'm not gonna lie, bro. When I went secondary school, and I started secondary school, and even college as well, when I was ugly, bro. And I started college as well when I was ugly. But I can see the glow, and I can see I've come a very long way. I've come a very long way. If I put a picture, I will show you of how I looked. And I think I've come a long way. You know? That was me, guys. So I feel like secondary school is a big year for a lot of people. You know, the girls had their eyebrows on fleek, the edges on fleek. And then this is when social media comes into place. This ties in back to the thing where I was saying of comparing yourself. You shouldn't feel insecure, because I think the beauty in human beings is that we're all different. So imagine now we all looked the same. Where's the fun in that? And I think that's what I find so beautiful about people. And that's why I think everyone is beautiful. I think it's your personality that makes you ugly, personally. I don't think it's the physical, really. Personality is okay for like, oh, why don't I have a personality like that? And then this is the part when you start acting like something you're not comes into play. And then I'm like, bro, just be yourself and love yourself. If you want to change, work on being the better version of yourself. Simple. That's it. That's what I'm gonna say. Leave it at that. Beauty is within the heart and not the physical. I can see a good looking person and someone going from a 10 out of 10, and that can drop real quick. A 10 out of 10, 12 out of 10, it can drop that quick. The beauty is not within the physical, but within the heart. Literally every person that I found good looking in secondary school had a very bad personality. I don't know, like, I just don't know. And it just pissed me off so much, because I was like, right, this person's good looking. And then I realized then I found out their personality, and I see how they talk to other people, how they interact with other people, and I just thought, bro, like, what are you doing? Like, honestly, what are you doing? And yeah, so I learned in the world that not everyone matches their look. And then I've seen people who are maybe not considered the most attractive in society, and then they have a very good heart. They're so sweet, they're so caring. And then I'm like, damn, if you know me, bro, I will never call someone ugly. Never, unless their personality was disgusting. No one chooses the way they look, unfortunately. But yeah, appreciate the things you have. Now this is a very big one. As I've grown older, I've learned to appreciate every little thing I have, and I thank God for everything. I've learned to even appreciate the small things. I've learned to appreciate the house that I live in. I learned to appreciate the roof above my head, the public transport, the city that I live in, the country that I live in. Because in the UK, I live in the UK, so in the UK, we have free NHS, and yeah, like whereas in other countries you have to pay for these things, unfortunately. And as well for the police as well, I'm thankful the police is free. In other countries, actually in other countries, where you have to pay for the police to investigate in certain things, or to just do their job, which I think is just stupid. But yeah, I'm thankful for every small thing. I'm thankful for the bed. I appreciate the food that I have, the family. But as I've grown older, I've learned how privileged I am. I've been thankful and grateful to have been blessed, and to have been given the opportunity to go to different countries. I've gone to a country where it's maybe not so privileged to a country where it is privileged, and I've been able to compare, and I'm like, damn, like, this is crazy. In the UK, I think the UK, if you live in the UK, you are very privileged, because as well, there's benefits that you get. For example, in the UK, when you're below 18, you get certain things, like you get discounts, you get certain things cheaper or for free. For example, when you're age 10, I think age 10 to 16, you get an Oyster card, free transport, £10 free transport. When you're the 16 plus Oyster, when you're 16 to 18, you pay £20, you get free transport on the bus. This is on the bus. And yeah, when you're 18, around 80, when you're like a student, you get a discount. So you get the bus cheaper. And as well, when you're on the bus as well, for those that are younger, it's as well, you get a discount. So there's so many privileges that you get over here, whereas in other countries it's not like that. You have people that are walking, like, it is sad. There's people out there on the streets begging, I'm thankful to even have this thing over here to record this video that I'm doing right now, you know what I'm saying? The tongue is a powerful thing. Now, this is something that my dad has taught me growing up. My dad literally tells me this all the time. He's always like, Faith, the tongue is a powerful thing. And my dad be sending me so many things on WhatsApp about how powerful the tongue is. And how, like, guys, and what that means is that you should be careful with what you say. This small thing, it holds so much power, you don't even realize. This can lead to so many things. Be careful with what you say, because if you say the wrong things to someone, that could lead to so many bad things. And I think the sad reality, when you compliment someone, they forget about it. And when you insult someone, they remember it for the rest of their life. And I think that's actually so true. When people compliment me, I'll be like, oh, thank you, and then I'll go about my day. When someone insults me, I remember it for I just remember it for a long time. And I'm not gonna lie, I remember insults that people thrown at me, bad things that people thrown at me, or stupid, rude questions that people have asked me. I don't want to give this example, but I'm gonna give it anyway. For example, someone could be feeling so down and they could end up feeling suicidal. Now, you could either be that individual that encourages them do so, to take their own life, or be that individual to support them and say, no, we're gonna work this out. We're gonna work this out. People have used their tongue in such a bad way like this, and it's resorted to someone losing their life. And that's the truth. It's so sad, but it is the truth. Speak up when you see a problem. A lot of people don't do this enough, and I think people need to start doing this enough. I've seen a lot of social experiments out on social media where there's been problems, people act out a scenario and they'll see how the public react to it. And I've seen people like not do anything about the situation. I'm here thinking, bro, like, if that was you, would you not want someone to come and step in? Like, if you see something's not right or you have a concern, speak up, help someone, assist someone. If you see maybe someone doing something they shouldn't be doing, speak up and say, excuse me, I don't think you should be doing this. This isn't right. Speak up. And if the problem isn't being solved, find ways to solve the problem. You know what I'm saying? If you have to take it further, take it further. But yeah, like, speak up, because you never know, by you speaking up, it can actually change something. It can actually make a big difference. Just spend as much time as possible with family. Now, this is important to me a lot, and it should be important to you guys, but I don't think you realize how important your family are and how short life can actually be. I don't think you realize and how much life can change so much. This quarantine, this whole pandemic, this 2020 has been so crazy because so many people have been lost in this quarantine, and I've known people personally who've lost their parents. You need to spend a lot of time with your family members and all that, because you never know where that time will come where you may not see them again, or where life may take you and all of that, you know what I'm saying? So I think it's important to have a bond with your family and to just make the most of it, because only you honestly do live once. Everyone lives once, and just make the most of it. Spend time with your family, like, bond with them. These are very important, significant people in your life. These are the people that are meant to be there for you when no one else is, and show your appreciation and your love. Okay guys, that was it for today's YouTube video on 18 things I learned in 18 years. I hope you guys like this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Time up. Me love to see you twirl and wind up. Me never see a girl just find so.
No make nobody tell you you're not cute. No make nobody tell you you're not nice. Cause you the star girl in my world. You the star girl in my life, no. No make nobody tell you you're not cute. No make nobody tell you you're not nice. Cause you the star girl in my world. You the star girl in my life, no. Me love to see you twirl and wine.